I mean, one of those internalization things. Can't argue with that.
What about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
Okay.
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets.
I've got 21.
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I've said some mildly left things, but nothing that crazy.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Oh, I just opted.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
What?
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Alright, alright. We'll probably not internalize that one. Okay. I think I have to pass this like logic check in here against these guys. And that's what I'm being sent back here for.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Oh yeah.
Goodbye, officer.
Here, let's just drop another quick save, just to be sure.
So you had a talk with Andre?
Oh no, I didn't mean to click on Noid.
Things with Noid? That's fine, man. But I've got to warn ya, our signs are still off. It'll take some time for me to get my sign on.
Maybe Egghead has new things happen? I don't want to talk to Egghead either. What's this sticker?
The sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Why describe it if you already know what I mean?
So I can hear you do it. Sometimes the outside gaze helps us reflect on things.
Noid, don't bother our guests with your games.
I mean, that kind of sounds fine.
Piss off, Andre. Me and Mr. Copp are trying to discuss art.
You shouldn't talk like that.
No, it's fine.
Cool. The ban on foulness lets the moralists plot to alienate us from our bodily functions so they can control us more fully. Anyhow, what was the sticker like?
This one.
Good. What did you want to know?
What makes the sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by a classical soul artist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right?
I wish I had my art school thing done by now.
Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss, haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
Seems cool.
It is.
Alright, it's a dead guy smiling.
Yes, you're the 23rd person
Nice.
to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Really?
Really.
What do you think? Why do you think?
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
Okay.
He defeated history. We We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death.
Our cop may not be cool with experimental art. Well, Cindy's the one who made us question being an artist because, like, instead of a cop, because of her experimental art that she was trying to figure out. Right? So, like, we're an art cop because we like experimental art.
Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
We should sell it. This one.
Yeah, that interpretation holds.
Alright.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
That's enough. It's enough Noid for now.
T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Ooh. +2 to hand-eye coordination against enemies in this armor. Implying that we will be fighting enemies in that armor. This is one that I don't want to internalize much, to be honest. How come some of these, like, have a connection thing through them, but then this one doesn't? Why is this one different? Like, why is this one stop? I guess it doesn't. Oh, I guess it doesn't. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Ignore me.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Let's try this one last time before we do this.
The number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids?
It's okay, kids. I'll gather around.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Alright, let's tell him my life story, I guess, or just say this. Let's do this.
But you still are.
What happened?
Disco.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast.
Shut it.
What? I have. I've said that.
Still a detective, though.
Speed freak is silent.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion.
Yeah.
But it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker They have one speaker.
Where is his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
You only have one speaker.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
Alright. You have no headphones.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawned them, likely for the lab equipment and drug ingredients.
Sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
You got this for an active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine, almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
Distilled water for the clean lab.
All cellular-based life. What's your point, Lawbringer?
And the ether and is a useful solvent.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
There's no need for more.
Oh shit.
Was it hard staying sober for this meeting?
We don't need drugs to be hardcore.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Maybe not egg, but you need drugs for more days than this.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
Alright, I know you're a bunch of druggies.
What exactly is it you know?
You tried to set up a drug lab.
Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
So what are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
You tell me I roll all this stuff and I can be lenient.
What do you mean by lenient?
I got connections. I'm a dirty cop. Or just keep it vague. I think keeping it vague is let people's imagination run with what lenient could possibly mean.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not gonna turn the church into the wickedest club in East Rivershire.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just gotta turn it into a speed lab first. You know, to get our foot in the door.
And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
Yeah.
But the sign was way off.
I got like cat drama unfolding
Not at all.
behind me. Talos has noticed Goose asleep. Hey, what are you doing? You want to leave Goose alone? Where's the camera? Can we get a good shot of... There's the culprit right there. There he goes. Alright. He didn't like being on camera, so he fled. Once he knew he was being recorded, he didn't do the atrocities he was going to commit.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
Let's see, let them have their drug lab. Let them have a club. Tell them to get lost or fucking arrest them. I mean, they tried to use me for their crime to set up a drug lab. So I think arresting them's a good way to go. So I'm gonna try that.
No, please!
He presses stop on the tape player, and in the silence you can hear the wind howl outside. Oh, is this silence? Hear this silence we're listening to.
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time.
At his smile, he looks heartbroken and older than you thought he was.
Almost as old as you.
We need a win. I promise you this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
This will be nothing.
Shivers tells us it's not gonna happen. Magic.
You can hear the ice cracking underneath you. Outside on the pier, the last century development crumbles in the wind. A grape-shot row of fallen houses, and so does Rue de Saint-Jérôme and Main Street. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa La Bosse.
Law is law. If you avoid the call, we will consider you fugitives. Boom.
No! What does that even mean?
Fuck, man. You said you'd be lenient. What happens at the station?
Well, yeah, identification.
The would-be leader pulls out a card from his jacket pocket and hands it to you.
Aw, yeah, arresting dudes.
Pete, his friend, hands you his papers. The name reads Carl Holtzman.
Jermaine Van der Weyck.
Alright. I don't know why he read his own name and we didn't. Mark their names down on your paper and hand them each a form.
Pack it up, Egg.
Yeah, screw you guys trying to use me. Bunch of dicks. Now let's just leave this tent full of drug-making materials here. That's probably not a problem. Oh no, tent disappeared afterwards. Why are there just fish flopping around over there? Weird, man. Oh, there they flop. Kim, we got rid of the tent. Doesn't care. The one time I'm a cop, Kim doesn't care. Painted with pastels, someone trying to bring cheer into the world. Yep, not anymore. Alright, let's head back to the church and tell them we got rid of the guys. And now the world's best nightclub was never open. Magic told us that it would never happen because everything around this area is decrepit and falling apart. So, like, there's not even the people to go to a nightclub without drugs already being there.
Yes, what is it?
I arrested the things.
You arrested them? Didn't think the cops in this place had it in them.
Alright. I feel like I should be able to interact with her just ever so slightly more. Just for the sake that I also have the cube from her office. But maybe now I technically have the password to her office thing, so maybe I'll go try that. We'll see, though. Alright. We are very, very much off track on what we're doing. I actually think I can fast travel here. Did I get a journal thing about that? No. Interesting. I'm not even going to report in that that happened. Okay. Let's just keep exploring up this direction, I guess. I want to kind of see like what's behind the church. Someone must have worked hard. Smash this plastic dome. Okay. Imagine a nightclub where there's just a spot of absolute silence. You ever see the videos of like the nightclubs where people have the like headphones on and that are like colored so you can see like that, but it's like someone recording the video of like what it's like for people not wearing headphones, and it's just like awkwardly silent and there's just like not a lot going on.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Ooh, take a closer
It's
look.
streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
You've been to a silent disco? Yeah, it's sick. You've been to Disco Elysium?
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
I took it. And this filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. Streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural process. You can't even tell what brand it is. Interact.
Hold it in your hands. It makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
I mean, it was a networking event, so I don't know how disco Cisco is. Is that a joke? I took a course called Cisco Networking Fundamentals. As you hold it in your hand, makes a crumble crunching sound. Man, how does jacket get so gross?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Composure says I shouldn't. Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it.
Sick.
It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Alright, what's the crust made of?
Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night. The faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing.
Alright, then what happened after that?
The crust is hard. This jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun. Who knows what happened to it then? Somewhere, high above the city, a pair of seagulls trace loops through the air. They are like the bombardiers of the aerostatic brigades, gliding above a target-rich environment. All of a sudden, the bomb bay doors open, and their white glittering payload rushes to the ground. Splat, an explosion of white on a man's shoe. A curse goes up, but the birds do not hear.
What?
It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck.
Sick. Pants?
What? No. Then it'll just be on your pants. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Alright, cool. We got the stinky jacket. For whatever reason. We did it. A makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make a boardwalk habitable. Tarp will keep out neither rain nor snow nor wind. Yeah, steal these vagrants' money. Coin-operated weighing machine hasn't been used for a decade. Ooh, Mega Beano's prescription lenses. Alright. Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Well, see, look, there's something over here. Stinky boys. Yeah, sadly. Oh, wait. Wait. You can interact with this payphone. I noticed that before.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Pick up this. Oh, we're gonna call the, like, movie store again?
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Is this the same? Are we just gonna call that? Alright, let's see what happens. Darn.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
No.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you, then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
The woman moans on, and the phone lines howl in unison with her. No, I'm a police officer.
To hell with the police. To hell with you.
Hey, Blockbuster, it's me again. Do you remember me?
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Oh, we could just keep doing this?
Calling.
This is stupid.
Still calling. Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity. No, what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Oh yeah, let's do a prank.
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass.
Aww.
If you ever call this number again, have a good one, asshole.
Phone hanging. Disconnect tone.
Yeah, let's call people and do pranks.
Calling. Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
What? Did we just be corrupt and then ruin this guy's life? Cal? I need your wisdom, Cal or Jan. You one of you. One of these three options. 2, 3, or 4. Or anyone else who might be here. Feel free to chime in. 2, 3, or 4. Come on, waiting. Alright, Jan's answers that. Cal? Yeah, I mean, that's like the fun part of it. Alright, Cal, it's on you. 2, 3, or 4. These two probably ruin his life. This one he'll probably panic and hang up. And then this one he'll probably panic and hang up. So, this one will get us money, though. And maybe it'll be enough money to buy a frog hat. So, what's your choice, Cal? No, I said 2, 3, or 4. Cal, you can't dance around it. Come on, just give me something. Cal. Alright, so you say don't taint, so you don't want this. Okay, should I ruin his life then? Or should I just tell him I'm the police? Since we will now never purchase the frog hat the whole game. Alright. Gotta just do it. Dude, I don't know. I was gonna say 1. Alright, so you're just gonna say what wasn't even the option? Alright, cool. I'm just gonna do this.
The phone gets hanged up fast as lightning. All you hear is a little shuffle of nylon as the hand moves on the other end. Disconnect to...
Kim's done. What are these? Whose idiotic idea was square and beige plastic frames anyway? Beige is a color that does not look good on anyone. Not to mention that seeing the world through these exceedingly thick lenses almost feels nauseating. Might as well just be Kelly's glasses. Waka waka. Your glasses have super thick lenses, right, Kel? These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. Chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where. This barrel is recently discarded. It still smells of fuel. What's this door?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
Probably something that is no longer there.
Wow, that's great. Alright. Let's walk away. And then let's equip our interfacing gear. Wait a second. Oh, no, never mind. I just scrolled down. Yeah, does this give me... No, that gives me +2. Nothing else gives me interfacing at all? Shame. Okay. Well.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it.
There's a little bullying.
Hasn't been opened.
But I was also just asking, like, oh yeah, you do have like a really thick prescription of glasses, don't you?
You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
Huh, how do we get in there?
We don't get in there.
What do you mean?
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
I'm not going to, but that's who I am.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. But this one is simply beyond repair, and we don't have the resources needed to open it. Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either. And thus they can't get in.
Okay.
At least you can think about opening it. about doors in general. They are, after all, fundamental to your life. Perhaps something useful would come from this.
I wonder what would have happened if we rolled double sixes on that. This is why I'm like think it'd be interesting to play this game with cheats or whatever, where you just like nail every double six on everything. Interesting. We get a temporary bonus while actually thinking about that one. Why am I stuck with the hand? Cigarette butts cleaned away under rocks, brand, something. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. I mean, yeah, they recommend I avoid certain shapes because then the glasses will be thicker. Arrested broken control box for the radio relay tower. Oh, a skill point. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away. Relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay. Barely. Ah. A scented scar. Ooh, +1 shivers. Tiny inlets there, far off in the distance. There's that. Yeah, give us the shivers thing. 100%. Nice. For Shiver Boy. Oh yeah, our shivers is a 10 now. It's our highest stat. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Talked about putting something in this, but we're not actually... We're having more situations where Volition is taking damage than anything else. I kinda want to put a point into, like, interfacing or reaction speed. Maybe even logic at this point, too. Might be good. I might start just, like, pumping logic super hard. I'm gonna start pumping logic, I think. That or we could internalize something else. We have quite a few things here that we could internalize. One more door makes me feel like it might give me shivers a little bit. Because it's about opening doors. But, I don't know. Oh, this gives me insomnia? I won't be able to sleep? Yeah, no thanks. Not internalizing that one. Yeah, I'm just gonna pump logic. Screw it. Don't think about it too much, just play the game. Shiver Boy sounds like a terrible superhero. Take a mental note, this brand seems important somehow. Okay. I like Cursor being kind of cursed. Not the biggest fan. Oh, another shirt. We get some rhetoric. How do you think Kim feels that, like, we get all of our clothes from, like, the ground or shit we find or whatever? The shirt looks worn and smells a bit. Can't help but wonder who would leave it stuffed in a tar container, and what kind of man would even wear a polo shirt? This might be one of life's mysteries that will never be solved. I didn't go down this pier. I almost clicked the menus that are behind my head. There's a guy here.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells
Oh,
like.
that's a dead body.
Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
Heads up, Kim.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Careful, floorboards look rotten and weak. Big wine canister. Alright, let's go check out this dead body.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine that.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
Name the cigarettes.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra.
Probably happy you're changing your clothes. I mean, yeah. He's probably upset that I am wearing the same clothes that I was wearing when I, like the same coat and stuff, when I was, like, shoving my hand into a dude's head. I might have cleaned myself, not my clothes.
Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads, Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
Alright, dead body, what's going on?
Man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
Lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines the face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer.
He stands
We
up.
need to investigate.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom-made. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze.
I can't believe we just, like, found a dead body.
Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Dude was just, like, just finished eating dinner, was walking along, slipped, and then died.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine the head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just the one here.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
I'm in the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Tear all around us.
Looks at the other bottles forgotten near the coin-operated viewer.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Oof. Who's the man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
Looks the way we came.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
I think labeling him as an alcoholic's just a pre. Nah, I mean like any other drunk guy to
He
me.
was married.
And it points to the man's left hand, one in gray.
Let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What do you think happened?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Think he was drunk?
Oh yes.
Why would I ask that?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
Kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Do you think it was good?
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Boardwalk sucks. Who would do this?
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Okay. So...
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure. Although there's still a question of identifying the body.
I was Talos. I don't know, it was like Goose. Oh, I didn't even notice, but Goose is under my desk. I just accidentally nudged her with my foot. Sorry, Goose. Now she's leaving. What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yeah, but isn't that kinda sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
Alright, well we found him, we should finish it.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Alright.
The
Interact.
library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look at that.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
Good idea. There was plenty of information here to go by.
Alright. That is done. I didn't mean to be rude to Goose. But, you know, what can you do? Sometimes you don't know your cat's under your desk, and you just kind of nudge them a little bit with your toes, and then they leave. All upset, and then you don't get to notice them being cute later. We've just been really off track this day. Like, yesterday in this game, like, no progress made. We dicking around, like, for half the day, just waiting for time to pass. This day, we're just, like, doing a lot, but none of it, like, active on our case.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Radio?
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need to report a dead body. Oh yeah, have you heard back?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
I guess one of its names was this?
Yes. That is the most recent name the ACP has been able to connect to the CDP. And the one before it was Downwell. I also have one called Sediment, but I think that might be a different contractor. No, they work called Sediment. And somatosensor, it seems. All that during the last 9 years.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Okay.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Yep.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Okay. Dead body?
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Unidentified, middle-aged man, height this, blah blah blah. Looks like he slipped and fell through the hole and hit his head against a metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
No.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He's wearing boots, trousers, an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card in his pocket.
Any information on the library card?
It's from this. Belongs to someone named this.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We'll do it.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue.
Okie doke.
That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, call me to the library.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to the librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
Information that you can provide on this person, a reader?
Billy Méjean, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
On Moreau Drive in central Jamrock,
Here we go.
in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Méjean's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Yep.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, Apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Oof. You have any other information on this person?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes, okay, if it was the police, she starts explaining something.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Good. You have a name now.
You know the husband's... that?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
Husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can she describe what he looked like?
Marie! She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Okay.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
Nope.
57, over.
In the cabin, you see a
Okay. Alright. Who's that? Smoker on the balcony. Okay. Alright, well, we won't... I guess the smoker on the balcony might be asking us to find that guy, and then we've already... and like, oh, he was murdered! And then we totally fucked it up, because we reported it as not a murder. That'll be neat when that happens. Maybe even this stream. I'm gonna step away for a moment, but I'm not gonna put up a be right back sign because then my stuff will get flagged on YouTube. But I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm just gonna leave it on the pause screen and be right back. Alright. Wait, so... Wait, apartment number 20 was that. He was on 28. Oh, so I could totally go to the home. That was the woman at the apartment when I was knocking on their door, and then Kim was like, "Why are we knocking on this woman's door?" Yeah, that'll be where this is. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was the smoker. I guess when they said same apartment, my brain was like, "Oh, that's the..." My camera's all fucked because of the Talos thing. Sorry about this. smoker comment where he was like, "Oh, that's the same apartment as the smoker." My brain was like, "Not apartment building, can't be." The problem is my camera's designed to be on a monitor and it's sitting on top of a TV instead. Oh hey, this is new. There's something down there? Oh. What's down here? Smell of the potato cellar emanates from the air vent. Okay. I don't know what to do with that information, but alright. Kyle's is a good boy? Yeah, sure. Callie and I haven't watched it yet. But, I didn't watch it, but I saw that people said there was a new one. See, now this is all fucked. Oh, god damn it. Fucking cameras. Alright. Which one's 20? There's this one.
You hear someone walking around.
Oh no, that's 10. Where's 20? Yo, where's 20?
Give me a moment.
Do you know where she lives?
It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find the Majors in apartment 20.
Okay, yeah, sure. You talk way... Ugh. Apartment 20. I just wanted to know where it was. Didn't want to listen to her whole thing about it. Wait, this isn't the right way. Yeah, because technically they had their... they had like a break, and they've started their like mid-season is over, so a lot of people are calling this Season 2. Even though it's just after their mid-season. But yeah, people are calling it the Season 2 opener. I've been trying to avoid Reddit today a little bit, just because I like go to my page and it's all like Ranking of Kings opener is like all this what everyone wants to talk about, so just haven't really been on it.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup allongio.
It's really pretty. Is it just the opening, or is it like, did the art style for the whole show get like slightly prettier?
The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
You're right. Let's talk this through.
He looks at the apartment door and lowers his voice a bit.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Any advice?
Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Alright.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Hello? Who is it?
Voice calls out from the other side. Is this gonna be the Cockatoo lady?
And someone turns down the radio.
Is this Billy McGee? This is the police. Please open the door.
Police? A moment, please. Give us a moment.
I really hope this is the Cockatoo lady.
Tidying up. Nervously.
Come in. The door is open.
I'll be like, ah, it's fucking you. I'll be like, told you I should have found your husband. You know what kind of spirit animal cockatoo he has? None, because he's dead. No spirit cockatoo for him. Alright, don't mind me. I'm gonna just look around your house first. Empty pack of red ashes cigarettes hidden under the bed. Same brand of cigarettes you found in the trash next to the deceased. Windows covering old newspaper clippings. Can't they afford curtains? Don't mind me. Packages of humanitarian macaronis. Don't mind me. Chalk drawing, height of children, growth over the years. Textbook for high school mathematics and trigonometry mostly. I hate trigonometry. Posters of contemporary pop stars adorn the walls. Clock ticking away with odd cheerfulness. Don't mind me. Some leftovers keep warm on the stovetop. Smells like buckwheat and onions. Alright, hello. I'm done investigating your property.
It's you from the book stand.
It's Cockatoo Lady!
My cockatoo back?
Oh. Cockatoo Lady, no! I was just joking!
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Bill.
Oh.
Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade?
Cockatoo Lady. Oh. Oh.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. Condensation from stepping inside.
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face.
No, this is something much worse. Is he in the hospital? How bad is it?
How about some small talk before you break the news?
Oof. Empathy. I noticed you were cooking.
People got to eat. What is this about? Why are you suddenly asking me about my cooking?
Oh, I made her anxious. Alright, fuck it.
I don't want to.
We have to.
I don't want to do this.
Let's slap my face in front of her so I look just the most unstable. But doing either of these to Kim is putting him on the spot to make him do it. And also really weird for the lady too, but all of these are weird for the lady. Yeah, small talk's a bad idea. Say it.
Say what?
Officer.
Too late. You ruined it. Just say it now.
Excuse me? What?
Oh, that damaged like my physical health.
Say?
Why? Because I hit myself.
She's in pain. She's in so much pain. And so are you. Your chest is burning.
We are very sorry to inform you, but your husband, Victor Méjean, was found dead this morning on the Martinez boardwalk.
Oh.
Touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater.
Oh. But he was just...
Looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray.
I understand that this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. We are very sorry for your loss, man.
What happened to him? Tell me.
Yeah, he fell.
And you just found him there? Lying in the cold?
Yeah.
How long had he been there?
For a few days at least.
She doesn't reply. Her eyes well up with tears as she struggles to keep it together. You hear the clock ticking in the children's room.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly.
Unreal.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
Yeah.
All right. I'll call them. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
For God's sake, lie.
Drama, what the fuck? What's the lie here? Because we did call the police and they said they'll send people out to take him to the morgue. So, did he get sent to the morgue? Or is he still on the boardwalk? Because we shouldn't send her out to the fucking dangerous ass... Yeah. He should be, like... But, like, also in this situation, like... Neither... Like, this one, I guess arguably also couldn't be a lie. Because, like, maybe our character straight up doesn't remember where they go. But, like... This comes into a problem of how quickly are the police going to send someone out to pick up the body? Because we told them to pick up the body and they said they would. So, like... And, like, we could have not solved this right now. We could have solved it, like, a day from now or something. So... But, like, that could be a lie, too. And then she goes there and they go, yeah, we don't have that body yet. You know? Sure.
And who should I contact?
He was taken to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number, in case you want to contact him earlier.
He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact
Is
information.
there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still a bit...
She rubs her face watchy. I'm not gonna give her my thing. Like, also saying, well, that's it! It seems kind of shitty. Sorry, I couldn't do this. I have a brain condition. Yeah.
A brain condition?
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Again, if there's anything we could do for you, then don't hesitate to call the RCM.
The other one just seemed awkward to me.
She just nods, distant and inconsolable. The bed springs rattle beneath her as she begins to shake.
It's one of my problems of only giving me like one or two, like giving me like two choices where it's like, well, yeah, it's not this one, but like this other one sounds shitty.
I'll take it from here. Thank you.
We should step outside and talk.
Yeah. Yeah, a little late on the don't apologize. Fuck that one up. Sorry, Kib.
So, the death notification.
I am the sorry cop. Did not go...
Well, no, it didn't.
Yeah, sorry I fucked it up.
It's alright, don't worry about it. I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case. There's nothing more we can do here.
Alright.
And, officer, I've seen worse. This wasn't the worst I've seen, okay? Now let's go.
Aw, Kim gave us some encouragement at the end. What a nice guy, that Kim. Alright, well, that's that. We took some damage, but I'm not too concerned about it. Alright. Yeah, it just had to be the Cockatoo lady, right? Like a character we like genuinely kind of liked. And like we're kind of goofing around with. And then it was like, haha, the Cockatoo lady. Aw, your fucking husband's dead, Cockatoo lady.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Gotta get that in the evening. That reminds me, I should go to the Whirling in Rags just to check if the window's at the right time. And if it's not, I'm going to actively stop playing and Google what the fuck the right time of day is to look out that window. Because it's just kind of annoying me at this point. Alright, window.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window.
Okay, let me look this up, because I'm getting annoyed by it. And I don't want to, like, have it in my head that, like, no, keep checking that window, though. Googling Whirling in Rags window, not the right time. Let's see. Let's see. Someone posted on Reddit basically saying, hey, I want to look this up, but I don't want the spoilers. So could someone give me an answer with that? Literally, the person says, alright, so here's like a thing where it's like, do you hover over it? Does it have the big negative modifier that says it's not the right time? If you do, only do it, try it if that modifier goes the way. And the person responding was like, no, I'm at like the end of day 3. And like it's still there. And I'm just sitting here like near the end of day 3, like, what the fuck? I didn't get any spoilers. All I know is I'm obviously playing the game slower than that person. Yeah, I got nothing. I guess I gained the fact that it will go away at some point, story related, I guess, instead of like an actual time of day thing, which is what my brain thought it was. So, we have that. Alright. Let us head back to this area. So what we're gonna do this time is head this direction. Yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, so what's over this way? Can we not go over here? No, like that's where we came across. Oh yeah, so we can't go over here. I thought this was like a whole area over here. I've just been like avoiding. Yeah, found no spoilers, also found no answers, so is what is. I'm just trying to explore as much of the area as I can. Before the day's over. Not necessarily talk to everybody, but at least explore. You also have that dead dog to go poke at, I guess. Which was this way. No? I can't actually go this way? Okay, never mind. I like hugged the coast last time, so I'm trying not to. Little black swallow circles above you, you can hear it chirrup. Okay. Awesome change. Don't mind if I do. The water runs from west, the source is upstream, broken pipe. There's a man with a child. We'll talk to them later. There's another person. There's a box. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Take this money. There's like a little house. No boat in the boathouse today. Boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. Oh, this is interactable? Section of the coast hasn't been used in decades. This and cool sunglasses. We can't go that way, so we'll go this way. Oh, is this more an art? Is this another art spot? Ancient paint peeling off the roof. Shaded bench. What we got here?
Scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Oh, something definitely went down here.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs.
Yeah, this looks like they executed people here.
Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Yeah, we understand that. We already talked about that.
The lieutenant also nods. It is quite a scene.
Oh.
The two of you standing next to the broken wall of an abandoned building, nodding along.
Oh, I'm gonna nod more.
The lieutenant is nodding so hard it looks like his head is about to snap off.
Kim's just sitting there like headbanging. Don't stop.
The lieutenant matches your nodding pace. He's a true professional at this. A small bead of sweat runs down the side of the lieutenant's face as he maintains his nodding. As the lieutenant takes out her handkerchief and softly taps the sweat off his temple, a faint crack echoes through the coast.
Oh, I'm dying.
Your neck couldn't withstand all this effort. It's too much.
Busted the neck, did you? Glad I stopped when I did. My neck was really starting to hurt. Don't worry, little man. Now, we should get going.
And we're stupid. Alright, 72% chance, visual calculus, nail it.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them. A dozen at least. Their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows, but the sun blazes.
I didn't mean to click that. I keep doing that today.
Baking the planks, the sand, your skin. The order was carried out in the afternoon. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
The people?
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background.
Okay.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one?
Standing?
The commandant. The one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces. It could even have been the employees of the failed R&D center down the coast, as their building was taken over by the revolutionaries.
Could have been them.
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
Well, the more you know, because knowledge is power. Sign says something. An old ticket taker booth, no longer in operation. Money! Money! Door is not only barred shut, it's inaccessible. A fallen Epo... What? What is this? Small wireframing inside a futuristic-looking fallen Peepo hat gives it the aerodynamic shape of swooping skier's helmet, but none of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears and eyebrows. Let's do the logic. What's it look like? Oh, it's just like a beanie thing. What are we losing on that? Perception? I do like having perception. Your own stardom too dazzling for your eyes? Can't bear to look down on your own fabulous reflection in the mirror? Then classic oversight sunglasses review. Yeah, I like this because it doesn't lose me anything. I don't like losing stats too much. I'm okay losing stats there. For the shivers. I'll lose stats for shivers, and I'll lose stats for shivers. That's about it. Speaking of which, am I still wearing the shiver shirt? Yeah. Alright, let's go see what this dude and this kid are doing up here. Sir, is this your child? Why isn't she at school? Or he. Bars cover the dusty windows. Okay, so that leads back up that way. Oh, hi, Goose. Hi.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing at the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilestam. You must be Kim Kitaragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
What was that about the windows?
Oh yes. So, Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Okay.
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
Worm-themed coloring book? Sure. All of the worms are brown.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
You look like you have money. Can I have money? What's so fascinating about this building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
Got this little goose in here today.
This used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Alright, maybe this will shiver me?
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of Feld Electric.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was the ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rhein, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
Oh, Feld built this?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
Fennec looks wistfully at the horizon as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the other people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
I'm not gonna say that to the child.
Tape computers.
What did the revolutionaries do with the tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
Okay.
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it They were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? What the hell is a Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
What?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to... In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
2 seagulls circle in the sky. You look up and think, really? Or was there a 4th prototype that remains hidden in the mausoleums below Cold City?
Alright.
But of course, what else?
Shivers tells me there's a 4th one. So you look, do you have money?
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
Could I have some money?
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known... It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Alright, well, play up.
Thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain? If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
What do we get at Wompty Dumpty? That'd be fun to internalize.
You see, a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Wow. We got in this box $1. Money? Another power box, charges nothing now and is empty. Fence blocks the path, no way from here. Oh, then that way leads me back to those... Wait, we got something?
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside?
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
You can still shoot though.
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
His hands lead the way when it comes to that. And
Oh. Keep doing that today. Alright, so Kim just told me, hey, make sure you put points in your perception, because I'm never going to notice anything. And then the zooming out let me know that there is an interactable in here. So... Oh wait, am I just going to it? I clicked it. Let's see where he goes. Oh, I just go to right here. So then, it seems like I'll be able to get into those windows. Pry bar the bars off? I don't know. Probably not. Alright, who are you, the people? We got fisher people. Tiny cages. Rabbits. Oh, I bet these are the scientists. Let's gather in our surroundings. Buoy bobs in the water, number says 11. Heavy military blockades, riddled with bullets. Almost impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean. Okay. Or they're trying to start a fire. Hello.
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer?
Oof, this guy's voice.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
What?
the lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a fan of the outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
I don't know, when you see, like, kind of blatantly an Asian guy, and then you call a yellow man, like, that's racist. Like, right? Was he being racist? That felt racist. Tim's reaction made it seem racist.
Degenerates, this man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
I'm an officer.
I've been tempted on occasion, but someone has to stay strong for Revachol.
Also, he's pronouncing Revachol differently than everyone else.
He pronounces Revachol.
Yeah.
Hard K, unlike other people.
Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
I could see you recognize it.
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all. Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
I would.
Using a standard form, officer.
Oh yeah, Kim's all about it.
It's 50 real. You're getting off easy. In return, we expect information. You have questions to answer, sir.
Yeah, fuck this guy. He's mean to Kim.
What do you do, Gary? Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Humans run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
How about the murder clothes?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
What then?
Then I came out to clean up the rags, because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right, it was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
I think we found our weasel.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
Do I know anything about the missing armor?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing. There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
What sound?
The clinking.
Really? There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
Every day, the wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrappers, plastic and glass bottles. The smell of decay. The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
We have the armor.
Armor?
An infant could... There's something going on here.
Okay.
You should...
I hope I could help your investigation. In my small way.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection?
Composure.
Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
You said Revicol?
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way. The Vespertine way.
The stupid way? It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
Do you know about the man hanged?
I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that.
He's not feeling too comfortable in his own skin. Odd, I'd say. Uncomfortable shifting around doesn't make him the killer, though. It's something else.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
Oh, no. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
Do you have a favorite cryptid?
Oh, yes. The burning rhino. Morel doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai. A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. Well, at least the males do.
How?
They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid. When the rhino is just beginning to light itself, it looks as though it has wings of fire.
But how is this combustible fluid lit?
How does the lighting?
The rhino starts running very fast to build heat, then stops, raises its head, and sparks fly from its neck, setting its back ablaze. Yeah, well, Revicol used to be a flaming rhino once, a long time ago. That seems unlikely too, doesn't it?
Super solid argument, Gary. Can't argue with that.
My only males.
Rings are not just for decoration. They are an integral part of the beast's mating behavior. During the burning rhino's mating season, herds of male rhinos, all aflame, encircle herds of female rhinos, forming a fiery ring as they begin to copulate loudly. Local peasants call it the passion ring. They fear the rhinos, as perhaps they should. Anyway.
The lieutenant sighs without looking up from his notes.
You're surprised to see this?
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
That is native.
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change the subject.
Oh, you live in a nearby apartment.
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Of course. Of course.
Alright. I need composure. I'm almost tempted to, like, cheat on this one. Start at the top. Composure, composure. Please give composure. Nothing gives composure. Color am I looking for? Yellow. Oh, these do. All I have is these for composure. Alright, I might save scum this one because I really hate this Gary guy and I don't want him to have nice things.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Yeah, Gary sucks.
That shirt
nailed it first try.
Very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath. Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
Yeah.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
Can we, like, arrest this guy?
I was ashamed of what I did, and I didn't want you to know.
See gleaming white ceramic shine underneath, thin layer, blah blah blah.
We're not detecting falsehoods, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Give me the armor now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat, but so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have...
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly.
Why'd you lie, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but...
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
No killed?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses. lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
Nice, good rolls tonight. Yeah, it's been neat not rolling absolute dog shit all night.
This is all he knows.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Gary, stop being a shitty person. We got more armor. We lose an empathy. What slot does it go into? Oh, we lose our shiver shirt? That's a shame. I would much rather have the shiver shirt right now. It's really weird that these armor pieces don't just like super increase your endurance and like your attack. So like I got the gloves, it talked all about like, wow, you feel like you could like punch someone and it wouldn't even hurt you and blah blah blah. And like, this thing can stop bullets, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel like these should be way more overpowered than they are. Based on like how everyone's talking about and treating them. It seems odd to me. Alright, are we still pumping this? I kind of want to put more points into perception as well. I might. Yeah, let's do it. Whatever. Fuck it. Don't think about it. Just gut feelings.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this gem.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Your wife.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
The 881 is a raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass. Not like walking over a nice water lock.
Alright.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
Womp womp.
His hands are large and weather-worn, but also used to delicate, precise work.
We actually are out of time for stream, so I guess I'll finish this conversation next time and get to know a bunch about phasmids. And, I don't know, Cal, if you're still around, can you make a note so that way I can name my stream something about phasmids next time? Do a quick save as well, just to be extra safe. Alright, well, like I said, probably not raiding anybody while we're playing this game, so... let me check, just in case. Yeah, no one's even on who I would raid, so... We're not looking into this game because I don't want spoilers, but... I hope everyone had a nice time. See you all Monday, and we'll have our new time Monday be at 6 to 10. That way we actually have more time to raid people, and I have more time to sleep and not have to deal with computer shit after stream, like uploading stuff to YouTube. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. Night Jan, night Cal, thanks for hanging out the whole time. Appreciate it, both of you. Bye bye.